Hello everyone, this is David Rauschuber from The Strongest Root. It's been a couple of weeks. I've been out of town, been out of country. I think I made a post you guys probably saw by now about a monastery that I was in. If you haven't seen that, really great pictures out of that. You need to go watch that. But we're going to do a garden tour. A lot of things have grown and we got to address a problem with the irrigation. Okay, since I've been out of town, we did a video about hilling up our potatoes, which means adding soil around the potatoes. It's common practice, especially when they're in the ground. It just helps get more potatoes growing, makes for a healthier plant. So if you come over here and take a look, these plants have gotten huge. 2 videos ago, or the last video, I actually filmed it 2 weeks ago before I left to go on my trip to Asia. And these plants were this size. Now they're huge. You can see they're probably 3.5 feet tall. They're doing really good. We had added all that soil before we went on the trip. You can also see over here the basil is going like crazy. I'm actually going to trim a lot of that back and put that in the dryer. I may make a video on that so you guys can see what that looks like. Peppers are going crazy. We're growing a lot of peppers right now. And I'll walk you around and show you what the rest of the garden looks like. But you can see the mint's going crazy over here. Our mums are coming up really nice. They're getting ready to bloom. Our grapes, our pernitos are ready to go. Our tomatoes here, probably got about 8 tomatoes on that one and 3 or 4 on there. Kind of looking a little wilted. I think that has to do with my irrigation issue, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. And then also over here, you know, the lavender is killing it, and this stuff smells so good. It's really wonderful. Just run your hands through there and you can get that nice smell. So let's give you a walk around. Okay, so like I was showing you, the potatoes are killing it. Strawberries over here are doing really great. My lime tree is coming along nicely and the sun's coming out. It's really getting big. So quite excited about that. So we clearly have some winners and some failures in the garden experiment this year. You can see over here my okra starting to come up. You know, we're getting some good heat here, so these guys are starting to grow. Flowers are still doing good. Peppercorn is coming along. I was kind of worried about them at first. I think had a little bit too much rain, but they're doing really, really well. So I'm really happy about that. Okay, so this bed, the onions are ridiculous. They're all going to seed. They're getting big. I'm debating what I'm going to do here, if I'm going to go ahead and let them go to seed and drop, and then maybe it just becomes a full-time onion garden next time. Down here, I replanted my carrots, and they are all starting to come up, so I'm hoping we're more successful than we were last time here. But what's really going crazy over here is my green beans are now fully involved and all over my onions. So I don't know, this was a mess. I should have built a trellis for those. But over here the tomatoes are growing like crazy. You can see there's some yellow string in there, so what I've done is I've used some string to kind of wrap around the lattice to help it keep growing. So, you know, it's going okay. We're getting some fruit. We got a lot of blooms, so excited about that. So this bed is one of my great failures. So earlier in early videos you saw this was all really, really, really nice looking garlic. And I think what the problem is my sprinklers are hitting this area along with the normal irrigation, and I have root rot really bad, and I think the bulbs have rotted out. So failure, live and learn. Next time I'll plant them somewhere else where they don't get hit by the sprinkler system for the yard. But what's killing it here is the snow peas. And as a matter of fact, this one here, we already been taking some snow peas off, added in some salads this morning. So super excited how that's going, but this is going to turn out to be probably a failure. What I should have done, I'll back up here, is both the green beans and the snow peas, I should have built a trellis that went from here to here, that kind of went up and over, that would have allowed them to grow and just made it this really nice kind of tunnel right here. And then I've got my tomatoes over here that are starting to do good. They're a little behind the other ones, but I think once it heats up, things will go well. So that is my bed number 2. And then as we go along the long bed here around Pepper Corner, some things are really going good here. Some things are really going bad. Flowers are looking great. Strawberries are coming along amazing, but if you can see here in the video, the bed is sinking and sinking really fast with all the rain. But each one of these strawberries has about a dozen blooms on there. You can see right there, there's already a nice strawberry on that bush. So we should still have a good harvest, but I'm going to have to address this this fall, definitely backfill. The soil was right at the area where the bricks were. So you can see it has sunk a good 4 inches over the last few months. But what's really going crazy is my lettuce. This is butter lettuce over here. Then we have 3 kale plants. These are going really good. I'm going to make some kale chips off of those. I'll probably harvest those this week and dry them, season them, and they're really, really good. This is other butter lettuce that is absolutely doing great. And then 6 more lettuce bushes over here. These are coming up, so we'll start harvesting those, making salads. So we are now meeting our goal of taking something out of the garden every week and incorporating it into our weekly diet. It's really great, coming along. Okay, since last video, we've also added a couple of newbies. We have 2 Meyer lemon trees. So I think these are a little bit different breed from each other. The one on the right, the tall one, was given to us by a good friend of ours. Thanks, Shar, if you're watching the video. We appreciate it. And then the one on the left is one that I had acquired a few weeks ago. Mine's got a bunch of blooms on it, the one that I picked up. And so I think it's a little bit older tree. So we're super excited to hopefully get some limes going. I'm hoping my one from my friend here has some blooms this year, but if it's not a 2 or 3 year old tree, it may not happen. But we're excited when it does. It's going to be great. And this is a Palermo plant that we bought in Hawaii a few years ago. We've been nursing this guy along, and he's gotten really tall and is having a good spring so far. So I've got these mostly in grow bags. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of grow bags. These are a lot nicer grow bags than the ones I use for my potatoes. They're from Epic Gardening, and they're just a little bit nicer, a little heavier, a little bit easier to move around with heavy handles, so during the winter time we can move them inside. So excited about where that's going and looking forward to having some great lemons pretty soon. So like I said, I think I got a little bit of an irrigation issue. So I have all of these grow bags going on the same system that this 65-foot garden is going on. And this 65 feet is 30 feet this way and another 35 feet down the other side. So that's all on the same system. My other 2 beds over there are on the same system. And then all of these grow bags along with my herbs are on the same system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this off, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a second, and do 2 different water cycles because I just think I'm not getting enough production out of my irrigation. Okay, so my irrigation system all runs right here off of this unit right here. It's a Wi-Fi emitter into a PSI control with a filter, and it splits right here. So what I've done is I've gone and I've acquired some new pieces. This is a Wi-Fi timer. It's made by a company called Rainpoint. I'm not sponsored. I like using them because it's Wi-Fi and I'm a tech geek. This is just a slimmed down version of what you see here. This has got a 25 PSI reducer on it. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to come off of here and come off of here, and I'm going to take this part of the grow bag garden and this 65 feet of garden hose here, main line, and put it on its own system. And so what I'll do is I'll run that half of the garden at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and then I'll run this half of the garden at like 8:30 at a 5 to 10 minute interval depending on the time of year, so that they get plenty of water. I've got the drippers on a really low setting as it is, so it should work out pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead, install that, and show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, so I've added the new Wi-Fi water unit, and I've redirected this grow bag along with the long garden. Just tested it, more than doubled my water pressure. But what I've done here, and what you can see, is now we have two Wi-Fi units. I'll put them on separate timers. This unit now goes that way and this way, and handles all of this water pressure. So it should double my water pressure, and I think the plants will be a lot happier about it, especially when it's getting hot out here like it is now. So anyway, so I hope you got something out of this video today. If you haven't already, appreciate it if you'd subscribe and like and share with your friends, and look forward to seeing you on the next one.